I've been working for a few months now on a video essay on YouTube, and I decided a few days ago that I didn't feel like editing a portion, so we're going to do it now. The video just passed like the 30-minute mark, and it's on the 2005 hit film Hoodwinked. If any of you have seen that, that's funny. So, when talking about the 2005 movie Hoodwinked, the best place to start is obviously the philosophical concept of postmodernism. Postmodernism, in the simplest possible terms that I can put it, is the idea that truth is based on perspective. Not exactly based on it, but like it revolves around perspective. It can change. So, a super easy example, not exactly the best one, but like an easy one to get you a general idea. When you're first in science and you're in the early classes, you learn about the states of matter. There's solid, liquid, and gas. And as a kid, you're growing up, you took this class, and to you it is 100% true that there are 3 states of matter. Then, you move on to slightly further in physics, and you learn about the 4th state of matter, plasma. In which case, there's 100% true there's that. If you go to the Wikipedia page for states of matter, it is horrifying. There's so many. But the point is, and it is 100% true there are 3 states of matter, until you learn there's a 4th state of matter, in which case it's 100% true there's 4 states of matter. Now, another more accurate example is the classic meme of 2 people standing on opposite sides of a swirly symbol in the middle. One of them argues this is a 6. The other one argues this is a 9. Which of them is right? Neither, right? And both, right? Like they are technically both right, depending on who is doing the talking. Which is somewhat a problem with modernism, which is a philosophy around finding the absolute truth in life that postmodernism attempts to solve. Because if you go into a fully modernist way of looking at things, generally you're going to end up with the one being right being the person with either the loudest microphone or the most money. So, but yeah, it is a 6 and it is a 9, depending on the perspective that you're looking at it. And that is a very simplified way of looking at it, but I bring that up because Hoodwinked is a postmodern work of art. It just is. If you have seen the movie, you'll generally understand what I'm talking about. If you haven't, this is really funny because it's a rated PG kids movie and it looks terrible. It's horribly animated. Now, I am doing this for a video, so I'm going to skip ahead. And actually, this next part I'm just going to edit out of the video entirely. But another example, similarly, that I just want to bring up, similar to the physics one, is it's like when you're in basic biology and you learn that there's 2 genders, and then you go to advanced biology and learn, whoa, so much more than that. Anyway, that's just a personal example. It's not going in the video. Anyway, we move on. The music of Hoodwinked is something that I find really interesting in the sense that it is kind of like a musical in the sense that there are a lot of songs that are spewed throughout it, like quite a bit. It's a very music-focused movie in a lot of ways. However, only one of those songs is actually sung by the characters, so it's not actually a musical. It is closer to like a jukebox-style like music soundtrack, similar to like Guardians of the Galaxy. That's a good example of a jukebox-style thing done correctly. An example of it being done wrong is the movie Suicide Squad, but I'm like 90% sure that's a government psyop, like Taylor Swift or vegetables. So, we're not going to talk about that. I think that's really the main points I wanted to talk about for this, but I can just skip later. I'm going to talk about Nicky Flippers. I got time. Nicky Flippers, if you've seen the movie, is the lead detective on the main mystery that they're trying to solve. He is the lead detective. He is continually propped up as a good guy. He is not. He is a racist monster. And I'm going to list off a few reasons why. Nicky Flippers is, 1, an asshole. throughout this universe, there are multiple different ways that you can do an animal universe in movies. There's like Zootopia, where the animal characteristics matter a lot to the characters. It's an allegory for race, essentially, in Zootopia, where they kind of beat you over the head with it. But then there's also like the Disney's Robin Hood, where the fact that they're animals is just because it'll sell better. It means literally nothing to the story, to the point where it originally had no animals in it. So that's that. There's two ways of doing it. Hoodwink mostly leans towards the Zootopia side of things. There is constant racial profiling in this, most notably towards the wolf, who they constantly think is trying to eat everybody. And then there's Nicky Flippers, who is a frog cop that makes racist jokes about literally every single one of his coworkers. He tells a bear that he woke up on the wrong side of the cave. He comments rudely about a pig's weight. And most notably, not even on the joke side, you know, like Pluto in the Mickey Mouse universe, there's Goofy, he's a dog, he can talk, and then there's Pluto, who's just a fucking dog. Nicky Flippers has a pet dog. He's a guy on a leash, and he does work for him. He takes notes during the investigation. He is keeping a slave. This movie is propping up a slave owner. I didn't notice this as a kid.